Hello, this is Trent Brazier, your librarian. I'm going to show you how to conduct some research for your presentation on career development theory. I'll show how to look up references from your textbook, how to search for books that will give further background on a theory, and how to search for articles that will show current research on the theory. Your group will have one of four theories to focus on. For this video, I'm going to choose the lifespan life-space theory as an example. I'll start at the library's homepage and look up your textbook in ClickSearch. ClickSearch is like the Google of the library, so it will find every book or article that we own. If you're off campus trying to access material that the library owns, you'll have to log in with your email, username, and password. Inside the book, I see that Chapter 4 is on the lifespan life-space theory. The chapter ends on page 114, so I'll jump to that page to look at the references. It looks like I have to go back a few pages to see the references. Since the theory is by Super, it's best if I start with his work. You'll know better than me which articles are the most relevant, but I'll start with the 1980 article since it sounds like it's specifically about the theory. I can't copy the title from here, unfortunately, but now that I have the name of the article, I can search for it in ClickSearch. My search doesn't lead me to the article, so we might not have immediate access to it. To verify, check the box on the left next to Include Items at Other Libraries. I see the article pop up, but it has no full text. I'll click on the title and I can request a PDF copy through Interlibrary Loan, which I'll get in a couple of days. However, I see that the print version of the article is held in the Keffer Library on the Minneapolis campus, back to volume 16, where the article appears. So, you can come to the library, head to the lower level, find the journal in the stacks, make a copy, and send it to yourself and your group. That was a bit of work for this article, but often you'll find that ClickSearch leads you right to the article. ClickSearch is where to go if you know the title of something you're looking for. You can also use ClickSearch to find dissertations, books, and ebooks on your topic. You might be a bit scared of books thinking that you don't have time to read an entire book. However, you don't need to read these books cover to cover. We have plenty of reference books like specialized encyclopedias that may have an entry on your theory, or we have edited books that may have one chapter on your theory. I'll do a search for lifespan life-space theory. Then narrow to just the book chapters and reference entries. I'm also going to uncheck the box for Include Items at Other Libraries so I can see what we have immediate access to. I see the chapter from your textbook, but I'll keep scrolling. There seems to be a good cluster of entries and chapters lower on the list. I'll pick one and follow the links through to the full text. In this encyclopedia, it seems easiest to do a search for Super. Vocational psychology seems like the most relevant entry. Now that I'm in a promising section, I can use Control F to bring up a search box. And I'll type in Super. This will show me where on the page that the word appears. I'm going to jump to the next instance of the word and look for places where its name appears often. This looks like a good section, and if I continue to go through, I see that there's a section dedicated to his theory. That's a pretty interesting chart. It looks like it comes from a chapter in an edited book. Since I know the title of the book, I can see if it's in the library using ClickSearch. I'll copy and paste it. I see that it might be in a Click library. The USD libraries are in a group of other college libraries in Minneapolis and St. Paul called Click. We share books with each other, so if somewhere nearby has it, we can get it quickly. I click on the title and see there's a copy at Hamlin. So I can request that it gets sent here. First, I need to sign in. Now, I'll click Request from a Click Library and choose the St. Thomas Library where I'll pick it up. Again, Kevlar is the library on the Minneapolis campus. Choose an I need the book by this time date and hit Request. The book should come in a couple of business days. The last area you may want to research is within journal articles. You will not get broad overviews like you will in some of the books we looked at. These will be more focused. They can be helpful for critiques of the theory as well as finding diversity considerations or extensions of the theory. The best place to search for these is actually not in Click Search. If you're searching by topic instead of title, it can give you way too many results since it's searching everything we own, including things that have nothing to do with psychology. So I would recommend searching in a place where every article is about psychology. PsycInfo is the best database for this. To get there, go to the library homepage and click on the purple Databases tab in the center. From there, click on the letter P and scroll down to PsycInfo. Now that I'm in, I'll do a search for lifespan lifespace and see that I only have 182 results. That's a more manageable number than what I was seeing in Click Search. I'm actually going to modify my search and add the word diversity so it can speak to some of the diversity aspects. This first one appears to mention the theory a lot, so I'll take a look at the abstract to verify that it's actually going to be useful. I think this will be a good one, so I'll go to the full text. I can use Control F again to see where super is mentioned. Wow, 79 times. Looks like he's everywhere in this article, so I definitely check this one out. If you're having trouble finding articles, consider changing your search terms and you may get some better results. If you're stuck on any aspect of the research process, contact me at tjbrager@stthomas.edu.